this is not a cowboy poem, but one I happened to learn by accident concerning the North Country. It says there's strange things done in the midnight sun, where miners search for gold. Those Arctic trails hold secret tales that'll make your blood run cold. The Northern Lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake LaBarge where I cremated Sam McGee. Now Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows. Why he left his home in the South along with the pole, God only knows. He was always cold, but that land of gold hell seemed to hold him like a spell. Although I've heard him say in his southern way that he'd just sooner live in hell. Well, it was Christmas Day, and we was marching our way along the Dawson Trail. You talk about cold? Through the park its fold it pierced like a driven nail. If our eyes we closed, the lashes froze. There were times that we scarce could see. Sure wasn't fun, but the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. Well, that very night, as we lay packed tight in a road beneath the snow, dogs were fed, the stars overhead were dancing heel and toe. Sam turned to me and capped, says he, I'll cash in this trip, I guess. But if I do, I'm hoping you'll grant my last request. Now, it ain't being dead. It's the awful dread of an icy grave that pains. So foul or fair, I hope you'll swear to cremate my remains. Old Sam seemed so low, couldn't say no. Then he added with sort of a moan. He said, this terrific cold and its strank old has me chilled clean to the bone. Now, pal's last need is a thing to heed, so I promised I wouldn't fail. At the crack of dawn we started on, but Sam looked ghastly pale. Well, he crouched on his sleigh and he raved all day about his home in Tennessee. But before nightfall, corpse was all that was left to Sam McGee. Lashed to his sleigh, he seemed to say, this may tax your brawn and your brains, but you promised true, so it's up to you to cremate my remains. Well, there wasn't a breath in that land of death, so I hastened horror-driven with a corpse half hid that it couldn't be rid on account of a promise given. Now, a promise made is a debt unpaid, and the tale has its own stern code. In the days to come, though my lips are dumb, in my heart I despise that load. And late at night, by the pale moonlight, with the huskies tied round in a ring, as they howl out their woes to the ancient snows, my God, how I loathe that thing. And every day that silent clay seemed to heavier and heavier grow. But on I went, although my dogs were spent, my grub supply was low. The trail turned bad, and I felt half mad, but I swore I wouldn't give in. Sometimes I'd sing to that hateful thing. He seemed to hearken with a grin. Well, then I came to the marge of Lake LaBarge, and a derelict there lay, locked fast in the ice. I could tell in a trice that it was a boat called the Alice May. Well, I looked at it, and I thought a bit. And then I looked at my frozen chum. Ah, there, said I, with a sudden cry, sits my crematorium. With some planks I tore from the cabin floor, I started the boiler fire. With some coal I found under lay around, I stacked up the fuel much higher. Well, the flames they soared and the furnace roared, such a blaze you'll seldom see. And I girded a hole in that burning coal, stuffed in poor Sam McGee. Well, it was bitter cold, but the hot sweat rolled down my cheeks, and I don't know why. Then the oily smoke in its inky cloak went drifting across the sky. Well, it took a long hike, because I didn't like to hear Sam sizzle so. But the heavens scowled, and the huskies howled, and the wind began to blow. Well, I do not know how long in that snow I wrestled old grizzly fear. But the stars came out and danced it out. Here again I ventured near. Half sick with dread, I boldly said, I'll just take a peek inside. Well, he must be cooked, this time I looked. So the door I opened wide. Well, there sat Sam, looking cool and calm, in the midst of that furnace road. On his face was a smile you could see for a mile. He said, please shut that door. That's fine in here, but I gravely fear you'll let in a cold and storm. Since I left Tennessee, said Sam McGee, this is the first time I've been warm.